something extremely important that gets said but not really comprehended in terms of using your body to throw, using your body to deliver the arm. And that's kind of how I perceive leverage the arm in general. So basically the end goal, all these moving parts up until when we anchor down into the ground with our front foot. The goal is to have neutral trunk, hips into rotation, create segmentation, create rotational energy. Okay, that's just torque. So you create the stretch, and then the timing in which that stretch or that rotational energy buildup is released is the timing in which our arm is then going to be getting into that layback phase. So I like to the wordage that I think is really good to use is like capturing energy with your arm by being put into the right position, to be put into the right position at the right time. Now, the way that I word this, I know is somewhat kind of like, oh, well, duh, simple. But again, capturing the release of rotational energy with the arm. Arm speed is not generated by the arm alone. We want to leverage the arm by utilizing our body. All of what we're doing here in the early stages, from the initial move leg lift into the point of which we anchor down, is a buildup and is a creation of multiple different energy sources. And the biggest energy source that's utilized within the throw itself, the rotational energy source, is what is going to then be captured by our arm. So that is what leveraging the arm is. Now, in order for us to maximize this capturing, is we got to do a couple of different things. Obviously, the posture, right? We do need to do a great job with the segmentation, which is probably the biggest piece to the throw in general, is making sure that we're segmenting our two rotations and we're creating authentic separation. And then the second thing is making sure that we're positioning our hand, we're positioning our arm in such a way that maximizes that capture of rotational energy. So if we do a good job with segmenting our two rotations and we create a lot of stretch, but our hand is, outside 90, or we got, arm drag, we're inverted W, or all of these kind of other mechanical breakdowns, then we're not going to be able to fully capture all of that rotational energy when we go into our throw. And a good picture to think about when looking at this dynamic is layback, external rotation. That is a piece that's like the tip of the whip, right? Or so like a catapult, how long you can stretch a catapult until it can't go anymore, and then you release it. Very similar to how our layback operates, where some individuals have just a better capacity to get into a greater state of layback than other people. But at the same time, if we capture the highest amount of rotational energy as possible, that's gonna allow us to then get into a deeper state of layback and a greater rate of acceleration with our hand going into our throw. Whereas where we break down is obviously the segmentation breakdown, or when our trunk rotates earlier, we lack the stability with our front side, or whatever the particular breakdown is. Then we're trying to essentially force arm speed, and we're trying to independently generate arm speed by the arm, where that's where I think a lot of potential breakdowns and injuries could potentially occur. I just said potentially 3 times in one sentence. Never have I ever. So that's what I got on leveraging the arm. Videos, screenings will definitely be useful for this topic. But that's what I got: leveraging the arm, capturing rotational energy, and hopefully you got something out of that. All right, see you.